It's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, white, white daddy, we ain't giving them nothing today. Kill.
On first down, Dillon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Alert three.
Running right, here's Dillon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Set, 18, Gator. Ready.
They'll run with Ridley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
This is Ridley, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
On the ready.
Watch Mike.
65. 61, matchbox, lights.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Check the backer. Shoot.
Check. Lucky.
Protein spill.
Switch.
5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Mike 52.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bravo.
Check three.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Back to throw. Lyon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The 27-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run now with Peyton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They run again with Peyton. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We're scoreless after 1.
Yellow. There's a line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Tight down. There you go. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. It's a party now. It's a party.
Mahomes going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Spencer.
Let's go.
First target, first catch at a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Yellow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
57 colors.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Yellow. There's a line, right?
Go, go, go. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on
Easy. They got tight left.
Kill. Topper.
Right back to him on 1st down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
The score, Chiefs 7, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'll get him. Let's go.
On first down, Lyon, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go, here we go. 8-3. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
Rip left, rip left. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Exit, hit it.
On first and 10, Lyon. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Show it up, show it up. Switch, switch.
Shoot.
Now Ridley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Chance, my chance, my chance.
X3. 218, chop it. Ready, ready.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go.
That's another Raiders first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down, Lyon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Third down and 9.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, exit.
RT.
Operating from the gun, Lyon got a man, Slayton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Check 56. All day, dog.
Check safety, check safety.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
On the set. Hey, Sam off.
That's not doing.
Check 52.
Yep.
Ringo. 47's a must.
On first down, Lyon. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
That's the way.
To throw again. Lyon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check girls, check girls.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. All day. All day. 56 of Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 6, hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
Throwing again. Lyon. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
10-2 soft.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Let go.
From the gun, Lyon. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, yellow. You gonna see me in your nightmares. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 27-yard line.
Yellow. On the line.
Jim.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking deep for his tight end. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Chopper! Check nine. Big grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On the double.
6. Mike's 56. Ricky.
On first and 10, Lyon. Catch made by Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Right there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Joker.
Greystone travel.
56. Check 56.
Buzz.
Big stop. Let's go.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Just like that. Kill, kill, kill.
Blue draw Corkers. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Lyon going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They come out here in the eye.
Indy.
Come on. Shift. Watch the shift.
Sit down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it with Peyton. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
Alpha.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pro team spell.
52 right here. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Lyon. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lyon. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready up.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark.
2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. Operating from the gun. Lyon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lyon. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Let's pick it up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The field. Let's get off the field. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 37, check 37.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking to throw. Lyon. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Lyon. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, 57, 57.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Yellow.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Dillon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Kansas City, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
chills. My jewelry cold as chill. this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My journey code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do it for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My doing it cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the